Jai Hind everybody. So today I am taking some problems which are based on midpoint theorem in a triangle. So this is question number 2 of exercise 8.2. Question is this, कि prove that the quadrilateral formed by the joining the midpoints of any rhombus, midpoint of the sides of any rhombus is a rectangle. What you are given? You are given a rhombus. You are given a rhombus ABCD in which P, Q, R and S, these are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. Okay, and you have to prove that PQRS is a rectangle. This PQRS. We have to prove that this PQRS is a rectangle. Is it okay? Now just look at the construction. We are joining the diagonal AC. This diagonal AC is joined. Is it clear? No. Join the diagonal AC or join AC. Now come to the proof. In triangle DAC, DAC, just look here. Where is D? Here. DAC. This is the point S, this is R. This is point S. S is the midpoint of AD and R is the midpoint of DC. This is the triangle DAC. Using midpoint theorem, just look here, R and S are the midpoints. In triangle ADC, R and S are the midpoints of the sides. Which one? CD and AD respectively. Therefore, by midpoint theorem, what will happen? This line RS will be parallel to AC and the length of line RS will be half of AC. So by midpoint theorem, RS parallel to AC and the length of RS will be half of the length of AC. This is equation number 1. By midpoint theorem, we can say that RS is parallel to AC and the length of RS is 1/2 of AC. Now again just see in triangle this one ABC or BAC. Similarly, in triangle BAC. Just look here. This is point B, this is A, and this is C. B, A, C. P is the midpoint of AB. And Q is the midpoint of BC. If we join them, so P and Q are the midpoints of AB and BC respectively. Again, we are using the midpoint theorem. P and Q are the midpoints of the sides. Which one? AB and BC. AB and BC respectively. Therefore, by midpoint theorem, by midpoint theorem, what result we have? कि PQ parallel AC, PQ parallel AC, and the length of PQ is half of AC. This is equation number 2. This is equation number 2. Now just look at equation number 1 and equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2, what we have, just look here. RS parallel AC, PQ parallel AC. It means PQ parallel RS, and RS is equal to 1/2 AC and PQ is equal to 1/2 AC. The left hand side are equal. It means PQ is equal to RS. PQ is equal to RS. Now just look here. Now one pair of opposite side is parallel and equal. Therefore, this is the definition of a parallelogram. PQRS is a parallelogram. This is equation number 3rd. Now, since ABCD is a rhombus, therefore this side DA, this side DA will be equal to AB and is equal to BC, is equal to BC. If they are equal, then their halves, half of DA will be equal to half of AB or is equal to half of BC. This will be equal. Half of DA means this AS is equal to AP AS is equal to AP, okay, and this PB is equal to BQ. Is it okay or not? Half of AD will be equal to half of AB is equal to half of this one. So from here, AS is equal to AP and PB is equal to BQ. Now, in triangle ASP, what is there? AS is equal to AP. Just look here. AS is equal to AP. Therefore, the angles, which one? Angle ASP is equal to angle APS, and that will be X. These two sides are equal. It means this angle and this angle will be equal. Similarly, in this triangle PBQ, similarly in triangle PBQ, what is there? PB is equal to BQ. Just look here. We have proved here. PB is equal to BQ. Therefore, angle which one? This BPQ. BPQ is equal to BQP. So BQP and is equal to Y. Is equal to Y. Is it there? The angle ASP and APS will be equal, let they are X, and angle BPQ and BQP will be equal, let they are Y. Again just look here in triangle ASP. Again in triangle ASP. Tell me the angles. A plus X plus X. What is the value of this? Angle A plus X is equal to how much? 180 degree. Therefore, angle A will be how much? 180 degree minus 2x. 180 degree minus x plus x. X plus x. What is the value of this? 180 degree minus x plus x. That is 2x. Similarly, in triangle, this one, PBQ, angle B plus Y will be 180. Therefore, angle B also 180 degree minus 2y. 180 degree minus 2y. Is it okay? This angle is 180 minus 2y and this is 180 minus. Now, since line AD is parallel to BC, now AD is parallel to BC. Therefore, angle A plus angle B, their sum will be 180 because they are co-interior angles or they are allied angles. So what is angle A? Angle A is here 180 minus 2x plus 180 minus 2y is equal to 180 degree. Now this 180 plus 180, 360. 360 degree minus 2x or minus 2y. Minus 2y is equal to what? 180 degree. Now shift this variable to this side and 180 to this side. What will happen? 360 degree minus 180 degree is equal to 2x plus 2y. Subtract it. 180 degree is equal to 2x plus 2y. Therefore, x plus y is equal to how much? 90 degree. X plus y is 90 degree. Is it okay? What is the value of x plus y? That is 90 degree. X plus y is 90 degree. Now look at point P. This angle x, this angle P plus this angle y. Their sum will be 180 degree. X plus angle P plus angle y is equal to 180 degree because sum of all the adjacent angles on a same side of a straight line is 180 degree. Now we can write this angle P plus x plus y is equal to 180 degree. We can write like this. What is the value of x plus y? That is 90 degree. Therefore, angle P plus 90 degree is equal to how much? 180 degree. From here we can calculate angle P is equal to 90 degree. Angle P is equal to 90 degree. Now since PQRS is a parallelogram, therefore angle R will also equal to angle P. Now since opposite angles of parallelograms are equal, therefore angle R will also be 90 degree. Will also be 90 degree. Now PQRS is a parallelogram, therefore angle P plus angle Q will be 180 degree and angle S plus angle R will also be 180 degree, because sum of adjacent angles in a parallelogram is 180 degree. So therefore this one angle P plus Q is equal to, what is P? 90 degree plus Q is equal to 180 degree and 90 degree plus angle S we have found out, S is equal to again 180 degree. So from here we can get angle Q is equal to 90 degree and angle S is also 90 degree. Now just look here. From here angle P is 90, angle R is 90, angle Q and angle S are 90. So therefore angle P, angle Q, angle R and angle S is equal to 90 degree. Suppose this is equation number first, second, third, this is fourth. This is fourth. Now just look at equation number 3. PQRS is a parallelogram. And equation number 4, all the angles are equal to 90 degree. And this is the property of a rectangle. So from equation 3 and 4, from equation 3 and 4, we can say that PQRS is a rectangle. Is it okay? It means PQRS is a rectangle. Now this is question number 3rd. Prove that the quadrilateral found by joining the midpoints of the sides of a rectangle is rhombus. Just converse of question number 2. So suppose this is a rectangle, this ABCD is a rhombus. P, Q, R and S. These are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. You have to prove that this quadrilateral PQRS is rectangle. What you have to prove? PQRS is a rhombus. You are given कि ABCD is a rectangle. P, Q, R and S are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. And you have to prove that this this PQRS is a rhombus. Now just look here. Construction. Join AC. This we have joined. And now just look at the proof. Just look at this question and this question. And just remember the question number 1. What is question number 1? The quadrilateral formed by joining the midpoints of the sides of the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. In the same way, in the same manner, we will prove that from question number 1 or 2, we can say that same in that manner, we can prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. Is it okay? PQRS is a parallelogram. Now, since ABCD is a rectangle, therefore, what will happen? The opposite sides will be equal. AD will be equal to BC. AD will be equal to BC and its half will also be equal. Half of AD will be equal to half of BC. Half of AD means, just look here, AS. AS is equal to BQ. AS is equal to BQ. Again, ABCD is a rhombus. It means its all the angles will be 180 degree. ABCD is a rectangle. Therefore, angle A will be equal to angle B, equal to angle C, equal to angle 90. Okay. This is equation number 2. Is it there? Since P is the midpoint of AB, since P is midpoint of AB, therefore what will happen? AP is equal to BP, and this is equation number 3rd. This is equation number 3rd. What we get in equation number 1? AS is equal to BQ. This angle is 90. Angle A and B are 90. And this AP is equal to BP. Now, in triangle, this ASP and triangle PBQ. What is there? It's AS is equal to BQ. AS is equal to BQ. Another thing, angle A is equal to angle B. And another thing, AP is equal to BP. This is proved in equation 1. This is proved in 2nd. And this is proved in 3rd. This is proved in 3rd. So by which rule? SAS rule, these two triangles are congruent. By SAS rule, triangle ASP congruent to triangle PBQ, and therefore by CPCT. What will happen? This side SP is equal to PQ. SP is equal to PQ. Suppose this is equation number. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. And this is 4. And this is equation number 5. This is equation 2. This is 3. And this is 4. CPCT SP is equal to PQ. SP is equal to PQ. This is. Now PQRS is a parallelogram. Therefore, opposite sides will be equal. And since PQRS is parallelogram, therefore opposite sides will be equal. Therefore, what will happen? PQ is equal to RS is equal to SP. PQ is equal to and QR. All the sides are equal. It means PQRS is a rhombus. PQRS is a rhombus. So in this way, we can prove that the quadrilateral formed by joining the midpoints of the sides of a rectangle is a rhombus. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.